What's up, guys? Today, I'm going to tell you, if you don't like Ford, you're wrong. Fords are the best automobile manufactured ever, and they're just better than all of the other ones, because so many reasons that I'm going to list. So, if you are already furiously typing in the comments that no, Ford is not better, well, guess what? They are. Because no one sells more vehicles, and none of that, oh well, just because this select run, no, blah 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 blah. No, they have had the best selling truck for the longest amount of time, and also they have been the easiest to work on. Literally, old ones easiest to work on. Don't even argue with me that distributors at the front way easier than distributors at the back. I don't care what people say about old 350s and all that good stuff, because I hate trying to work on a distributor in the back and get that in time. That's very annoying. And then you have the whole electrical issues of Dodge, which is, it seems to just span across all of them. The only thing good about a Dodge is the Cummins engine. 5.7 can't even keep a lifter in it, so they don't even have a gas engine going for them. And Chevys, oh, the magical LS engine that explodes, throws a rod, or blows a head gasket every other day. It's insane. And don't get me wrong, I'm not null to Ford's issues, like the 5.4 Triton, and how the 4.62 valves used to shoot spark plugs out. But guess what? I had a Mustang that shot 3 spark plugs out. Put a helical in every single one, never had an issue with it ever again. That thing smoked when I got it, and I drove it for 100,000 miles, and then sold it, and it's still running to this day. Still smoking, but still running. That's insane. There's no vehicle that is tougher than a Ford. My girlfriend's Ford Fusion cracked a head or blew a head gasket or something. I drove it around for another 2 months after it did that, and it was still fine. It just recently, I guess the crack got big enough to where it just couldn't keep up with the cooling system. Because the thing that people don't understand is things happen, but the difference with a Ford is when the thing does happen, it'll keep on running. And that is saying something. So, Ford, hit me up with a sponsorship. Give me a free Bronco or something. I would take it. Any one of these, I would love it. Even the Maverick. That's not a Maverick, but like that's a Ranger. The Rangers look like Mavericks now, don't they? I'm not crazy, right? Right? Am I crazy? Either way, I have had a Chevy because it was forced onto me. I had a Cat Eye Chevy, and it caught on fire because of grounding issues, because the electrical was a nightmare in that truck, and it never ran right. Caught on fire, and the thing, it took forever for me to get that thing running right. Alright, I have a Ranger that caught on fire because a fuel line burst, and it was running literally after repairing 2 wires. That's so much better. Just in my experience, it is so much better. Ford is the best there will ever be, and I will never learn. It's just too good. Ford is too good. And I am ready for people in the comments. Comment why Ford sucks. Do it. And I'll tell you why you're wrong. Because Ford is the best. I cannot reiterate it anymore. I'll bring up points. The 6.7 Power Stroke is the best diesel out there on the market to date. The 7.3 was legendary, and you got everybody that's like, oh no, but Ford didn't make the 7.3. Well, guess what? The Duramax is an Isuzu engine. It was made by Isuzu, alright? Dodge never made a diesel. They made a Cummins. And then you go back, and Detroit made the other diesel, the 6.5 or whatever it was for Chevy. But guess what? Ford's the only one in the game right now actually making their own diesel, because Dodge still uses Cummins. And the whole layout for the Duramaxes that hasn't really changed that much is Isuzu. So there you go. And I guess you got the LS engines, but the LS engines are not all that. They're just cheap. That's the only reason anyone likes them, is because they're cheap. I'm sorry, but it's true. Ford parts cost a little bit more than Chevy parts, I'll admit it. But that's because they last. And you don't buy bad parts out of the box unless you're ordering off of China, or you're getting it from O'Reilly's. So O'Reilly's basically gets all the stuff off of eBay anyway. Only place I order parts from now is like Parts Geek or Rock Auto. They seem to do me pretty well. Some of the stuff I can get away with eBay, but that's besides the point of getting off the topic. And then you got Ford with, literally, when the EV crisis was happening, they put out the Mach-E because they had to. And then they kept the 5.0. Everybody else drops V8s. Even Dodge. Dodge, aka Stellantis, aka almost every other auto manufacturer, including like Fiat and stuff, who are putting Hellcats and minivans and stuff, we're like, yeah, no, we're not making any Chargers. We're gonna do an EV Charger, I guess, cause, yeah. And then they rescinded that, and they came back out with a 5.7 V8 and all that for their trucks, because then they had the Hurricane and the Rams. Even though Ram isn't really Dodge, but Dodge is kind of Ram, and it's like a separate entity now. Complicated. That's why I like Ford. It's not as complicated. A Ford is a Ford, and a Lincoln is a Ford. And you don't even have Mercury anymore, because you only need two. And you really don't even need that, honestly. You got Mazdas, but Mazda doesn't really do anything with Ford anymore. So, because they used to have the Mazda Rangers and the, like, the Mazda Tributes, which were basically Ford Escapes. So, it's just, you know, argue with me down in the comments. Do whatever you want. I will accept arguments, and if you're down in the comments cussing me out and everything, I mean, just let me know how long you drove that Chevy. Just like the 6 liters, the Power Strokes. I got one outside with 450,000 miles on it. Original drivetrain, everything. Not tuned. In fact, I think it's detuned. And it has lasted forever and has plenty of power. More than I could ever need, because I haul all kinds of stuff with that. But I have never ever felt like it needed more power. And I will never put a tuner on it, because Ford knew what they were doing when they made it. So, that's my stance. It's about time I release my stance. I've been holding on to it for a while, and this is going to make a lot of people angry. Probably going to have a mass unsubscribing. But I'm sorry, this is just how I feel. And if you can't accept that, then this will never work. So, goodbye. Maybe for the last time. So if you like the video, like and subscribe. I have no idea what I'm doing in this, honestly.